Okay, so today we will need our straps and do have your blocks handy, but definitely have your strap within reaching distance. And then as we start with our centering, you can feel free to use a bolster or pillow under your knees or eye pillows, whatever you like to get nice and comfy. And just allowing everything to settle into our mats. And take a nice, slow, long belly filling breath in. Nice, slow, long exhale out. And nice, slow, long inhale in. And nice, slow, long exhale out. And one more time. Nice, slow, long belly filling breath in. And nice, slow, long exhale out. And just allowing everything to melt, allowing everything to connect with our mat. And just to soften. You need to get any little last wiggles out. And staying connected with our breath. So maintaining a relaxed but focused attention. So should your mind wander, just bring it back to your inhales and your exhales. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. And just gently tense up the body, squeezing everything. And then allow everything to soften, bringing the knees into the chest for a hug. Just give me a gentle rock from side to side. Okay, coming to stillness, we'll bring the soles of our feet down to the mat. Right ankle below the left knee as we come into our reclined pigeon. And trying to keep the hips squared off with the ceiling. Taking a few slow, long inhales and exhales here at your own pace, bringing that breath into the spaces that you feel lengthening. Breath in. Exhale, release the left foot and then the right. Bring the left ankle below the right knee, coming back into that reclined pigeon, squaring the hips off with the ceiling. Few slow, long inhales and exhales here. Again, bringing the breath into those spaces that you feel are lengthening. Big breath in. Exhale, release the right foot and then the left. We'll reach for our straps, being mindful of the buckle. And let's put both feet into the strap, sticking with the pad of the foot and not the arches. We'll just reach those feet up to the sky, pushing through the heels. Bringing that breath all the way into the tips of the toes. Bring, excuse me, our right foot back down to the mat. Left foot is still up to the sky. Right hand will come down onto that right hip. Let's open that left leg up to the left side of the mat, keeping that right cheek down. More breaths here. Inhale that left foot to center. Exhaling the strap into the right hand. We're going to bring that left foot so it's in alignment with our belly button. So just slightly over. So you should feel a lot of lengthening coming up through the back of that left leg. We can bring our left arm out to the left side of the mat. And if you don't feel a lot of lengthening coming up the leg, just make small adjustments until you do. You'll know when you're in that, that right spot. Breath in. Exhale that left foot all the way over the right side, allowing that left foot to connect down to the mat. Releasing into that twist. Inhale that left leg to center, exhaling the breath out. Let's bring our right foot back into the strap, releasing the left foot down to the mat. Left hand onto that left hip, and we're going to open that right leg up to the right side of the mat. And try and keep your left cheek connected to the ground. Slow, long inhales and exhales here. Inhale that right leg to center, exhaling the strap into the left hand. We'll bring that right foot so it's in alignment with our belly button. Right hand out to the right side of the mat. You should feel quite a bit of lengthening coming up the back of the leg. If you're not, just make subtle little adjustments until you do. In. Exhale the right leg all the way over the left side. Bring your gaze over those right fingers, just allowing everything to melt into the twist. More breaths here. Inhale the right leg to center. Exhale, bring the left foot back into the strap with the right foot. We're going to keep some tension into the strap, allowing the legs to open as if we're doing wide leg splits. Good. And just keeping the tension into the strap, allowing the legs to separate as far as comfortable. You should feel a little bit of lengthening coming into the hip and groin area. Breath in. Exhale, let's bring those feet back together. We could put the strap to the side and release into our happy baby. Keeping the spine nice and long, connected to the mat. And trying to keep the tailbone connected to back. Sometimes it wants to lift up. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, giving them a nice hug into the chest. Sending the feet up to the sky. We're going to use our hands to support our bottom, lifting it up off of the mat. You can keep your feet reaching up for the sky or come into your plow pose, bringing the legs behind the head. Lifting the toes back up to the sky. And we're going to allow ourselves to have a little fun here. We're going to release the bottom and allow ourselves to roll up into seated. Good. Great. And we'll sit into our easy pose, being seated nice and tall, allowing those sit bones to connect down to the mat. Right, hands onto our knees. Let's drop the chin down to our chest. And roll the left ear over to the left shoulder. And nice and slow, drop that chin down. Let's come all the way over to the other side. Chin down. We'll bring our head back to center. We're going to reach for our strap again. We'll bring the buckle side over the right shoulder, right elbow up to the sky. We're just going to take that left hand to encourage it back slightly. And then we'll reach underneath for our strap, walking our hands towards one another. We want to keep those shoulders nice and open. And take a few slow, long inhales and exhales here. Couple more breaths. And release. Let's roll the shoulders out. You can go front to back to front, whatever feels good. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. The strap comes over the left shoulder. Right hand's going to encourage that left elbow back. And then reach that right hand underneath, walking the hands towards one another, keeping those shoulders nice and open. Good. Breaths. And release. Just roll those shoulders around again. Inhale those shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, around and back. And one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, around and down. We'll take the strap, bringing it nice and wide over our head. Good. And bringing that strap down to our bottom. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Good. We can put the strap to the side. Bring our legs straight out in front of us, coming into staff pose, pushing our hands into our mats, shoulders away from the ears. Nice tall spine pushing through the crown of the head. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Leave a little softness into the knees. Starting at the tailbone, we'll roll ourselves up to seated, bring the shoulders up to the ears, around and back. Right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. We're going to bring the left side towards the left leg, reaching our left hand towards either the shin, the ankle, or the foot. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, let's hinge that left rib over the left leg. Breath in. Exhale, rotating the torso so it's over top of the left leg, both hands reaching for the shin, ankle, or foot. And starting at the tailbone, rolling ourselves back up to seated, shoulders up to the ears, around and back. And we'll switch legs. Right leg comes forward. Left foot comes to the inside of that right leg. Again, turning so that that right rib is coming over the right leg. And we'll reach towards the foot. Left hand comes up. And we'll hinge over that right side. Big breath in. Exhale, rotate your torso over top of that right leg. Starting at the tailbone, rolling ourselves back up to seated, shoulders up to the ears, around and back. We're going to bring our left heel towards our right cheek, right leg over top, coming into those pretzel legs, arms straight out in front of us, right elbow into the left as we come into our eagle arms. Just trying to bring those elbows up to shoulder height. Big breath in. Exhale, release the hands down towards the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You won't be able to fold too far, but just trying to reach through the fingers. Using our hands to walk ourselves back to center. We'll switch sides. So right heel towards the left cheek. Left leg comes over top. And then this time left elbow into the right, coming back into those eagle arms. breath in. Exhale, releasing hands down to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And try to reach through the fingers. Walk ourselves back to center. We'll come over to our tabletop. Shoulders stacked over top of wrists, hips over top of knees, toes are curled under. Let's pull those belly buttons into our spine, and we're going to keep the belly button pulled there as we inhale to our cow. Exhale, cat. Keep the belly button pulled in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to our tabletop. Left foot comes back like a kickstand. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, reaching that left arm over the left ear. Almost as if you want to reach and touch the top of your mat. Nice. Inhale to your supported half moon. Exhale into pointer dog. Left hand comes down to the mat. Rotate the hips. Right hand forward. Right elbow to the left knee and extend. Good. We're going to do two more. 1 and 2. Right hand can connect down to the mat. Let's step that left foot forward, stacking the knee over top of the ankle. Right knee comes off the mat. Left fingers reaching up to the sky. Inhale up to your low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the right knee, hands to either side of the left foot. We're going to come into our pigeon. Good. So allowing everything to melt into your pigeon. Slow, long inhales and exhales here. Few more breaths. Bring our hands underneath our shoulders, pushing into our left leg, three-legged dog. And release that left foot. We'll take the dog for a walk. Coming to stillness, releasing back into our tabletop. Right foot's going to come back like a kickstand. Inhale, right fingertips up. Exhaling, reaching that right arm over the right ear as if you want to reach to the top of the mat. Inhale up to your supported half moon. Exhale the breath out. Breath in. Exhale to your pointer dog. Right hand comes down, rotating the hips. Left hand comes forward. Left elbow to right knee and extend. Two more. One and two. Right. Left hand connects to the mat. Right foot steps forward, stacking that knee over top of the ankle. Lift the left knee. Right fingers up to the sky. Inhale up to your low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Release the left knee. We're going to come into our pigeon. So just wiggle that right foot over and allowing ourselves to melt. Nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. Few more breaths here. Big breath in. Exhale, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to push up into our right leg, three-legged dog. Releasing the right foot. Let's take our dog for a walk. Coming to stillness, we're going to flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Flow into our down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Let's take our left leg over for our flip dog. Left leg, three-legged dog, and step that left foot forward as we inhale up to our warrior two. Exhale the breath out. Big breath in. Exhale back to our reverse warrior. And flow forward into our triangle. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale to tree. You can bring our hands to heart center. Just find your drishti or find your point of focus. Flow forward into your dancer. Release into mountain. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. We're going to flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Flow into your down dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Let's bring that right leg over for our flip dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Step that right foot forward as we inhale up to our warrior two. Exhale the breath out. Big breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Nice. Flow forward into your triangle. Nice flow, beautiful movements. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, come up into your tree. Big breath in. Exhale your hands to heart center, finding our drishti. Flow into your dancer. Release into mountain. Beautiful flow, everyone. Really nice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Good. We're going to wiggle our feet just past hip width apart, allowing everything to be heavy as we come into our ragdoll. Breaths here. Take the hands down to the mat. We're going to sit our bottom back into our wide leg squat. Hands come to heart center. You could stay in stillness here, or if you prefer to have a little movement, you can sway or make circles, whatever feels good to you. Nice and strong. We're going to come up into our chair pose. We can wiggle our feet back underneath our knees, tuck the tailbone under. Right elbow is going to come to the outside of the left knee. Right. And we're going to reach our right fingers down to the outside of the left leg, left fingers up to the sky. Left hand joins the right. Inhale back to center to your chair pose. Nice. Left elbow's going to come to the outside of the right knee. And release the left fingers to the outside of the right leg, right fingers up to the sky. Right hand joins left. Inhale back to our chair pose. Exhale, stand up into mountain. Nice work, good. Let's give our ankles and toes a little bit of a roll out, a little wiggle. All right, we'll take our left foot and take a generous step back, coming into our warrior two. Right forearm above the right knee, left arm over the left ear. Inhale to our triangle. Exhale, sky archer. Lifting those right toes off the mat. Release into our warrior two. Inhale, one. Exhale, hands to heart center, coming up into our warrior three. Release into mountain. Nice transition, everyone. Really good. Okay, give the feet a little bit of a wiggle again. Roll out your toes. All right. We'll take a generous step back this time with the right foot, coming back into our warrior two. Left forearm above the left knee, right arm over the right ear. Big breath in. Exhale to triangle. Inhale to sky archer. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, one. Exhale, hands to heart center as we come up into our warrior three. And release into mountain. Beautiful flow, everyone. Nice job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Good. We're going to walk those hands to the outside of the left foot, allowing the shoulders and the head to be heavy. You should feel some lengthening coming up the outside of that left leg, even in the calf and the back. Walk those hands nice and slow all the way over to the right side. Walk those hands to center as we step back into our downward facing dog. Let's take the dog for a walk. Right, coming to stillness, we'll come down into our dolphin pose. And hands can either be palm to palm or you can interlace your fingers, whatever's more comfortable for you. We'll walk our feet back, coming into our army plank. Inhale up to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale it out. Breath in. Exhale to plank. Flow into your downward dog. Take the dog for a walk. Coming to stillness, we'll come back down into dolphin. Flow into our army plank. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale it out. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Let's take the dog for a walk again. If you have to come forward on your mat, feel free. Make any adjustments you need to. Coming to stillness. Last time, come down into your dolphin. Go into your army plank. Inhale up to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale to plank. Downward facing dog. Take the dog for a walk. Good. And then we're going to come into our child's pose. We can come down to one side of our face first and just allowing this to be a passive child's pose, allowing everything to melt. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, turn your face into the opposite direction. We'll bring our forehead down to the mat, coming into an active child's pose. Using the heels of your hands, try to push your bottom back towards your heels. And we'll use our hands to walk us up into seated. We'll come into kneeling, sitting our bottom onto our heels. Bring our hands behind our back and just gently pulling them down towards our bottom. Let's come up into kneeling, releasing the hands. Left hand to the left heel, right arm up and back. Good. Inhale up to center. Exhaling, right hand to right heel, left arm up and back. Inhale up to center. Exhale, release into our tabletop. Inhale, right fingers up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching the left hand up to the top of the mat. Left hand comes under the left shoulder. Inhale, right fingertips up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching the right fingers up to the top of the mat. Bringing that right hand underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, release. Okay, we're going to come over to our bottom. We're going to use our blocks for our supported Lord of Fish pose. So top block mid height, block between our shoulder blades at its lowest height. Just lining that lower block up in between the shoulder blades and the top block for your head. We'll start with our knees bent and our arms reaching out to the sides, palms facing up. Bring your breath into your shoulders, collarbone, to your shoulder blades. Steady, slow, long inhales and exhales here. Feel it out. And you can decide here whether you want to lengthen your legs and allow your ankles to be soft, or whether you'd prefer to come into your butterfly legs or cobbler legs. Here for a few more breaths. Breath in. Exhale it out. Nice and slow. We'll just make some adjustments so that we can get the blocks out from underneath us. Good. Coming down to our backs. Our knees into our chest for one more hug. And give a gentle rock from side to side. Stillness, releasing the feet, and we'll get ourselves set up for Shavasana. So if you need any blankets or eye pillows, bolsters, whatever you need to get fully comfortable for your Shavasana. Staying in stillness, bringing our awareness back to our breath, noticing the subtle rise and fall of our tummy, movement of our shoulders, the ebb and flow of our breath. Bring gentle movements back to your fingers and your toes. A nice, slow, long belly filling breath in. Exhale it out. And we'll bring our awareness to our heart center, thinking about something that makes us happy or that brings us joy. First thing that comes to our mind. And allow that feeling of happiness to grow within your heart center. Feel and visualize it expanding, reaching all the way down to the tips of your toes. Feeling of happiness is reaching into your fingertips, all the way up into the crown of your head. That feeling of happiness flows across your face, bringing a smile to your lips. Genuinely allow that smile to be there. Feel that happiness. Allowing that feeling of happiness to glow or to radiate. Nice, small, long inhale in. Exhale it out. Another slow, long inhale in. And as we exhale, we'll come over to our right side. Staying here for a few moments. In. Exhale it out. We'll push ourselves up into seated. Bringing our hands to heart center, giving ourselves thanks for making time for ourselves in our practice today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.